Hello friends, welcome to all. Today we will discuss about Biot-Savart law and the magnetic field of steady currents. In previous lecture we have discussed about steady currents. Okay, so what is steady current? It should be continuous and magnitude of steady current should be same for all along the wire. यानी कि हमेशा बोल सकते हैं कि कोई भी वायर में से करंट फ्लो हो रहा है तो वो स्टेडी करंट कब माना जाएगा, जब वो कंटिन्यूस करंट होगा और उसका मैग्नीट्यूड जो है वो सब जगह पे सेम होना चाहिए। यही कंडीशन थी स्टेडी करंट की। और वी नो दैट साइंटिस्ट Oersted has given relationship that electric current, due to electric current there is a magnetic field is produced. So we have to do the relationship between magnetic field and steady currents. Okay, it means due to the current magnetic field is produced, it means there is some relationship in between these two. Okay, so what is Biot-Savart law? Okay, Biot and Savart formulated. See, these two are the name of scientists, nothing else. Okay, so Biot and Savart formulated the law for the force with which the current element IDI. Here we can see this figure. Here is the current element. Current element IDI acts on a magnetic pole. Here is the magnetic pole P. Okay, placed at some distance. Here is the distance in between these two is small r. Okay, so what is the condition? Current element IDI, here is the current element, acts on a magnetic field. Sorry, acts on a magnetic pole. Here is the magnetic pole placed at some distance. Here is some distance that is given r. Okay, so what is the relationship now? So this relationship is dB is proportional to IDI into sin theta upon r square. Now what is dB? It is a magnetic field produced at magnetic pole. Okay, so magnetic field dB is proportional to the multiplication of IDI. It means current element and the sine of angle theta. Now what is angle theta? Angle theta is in between this current element IDI and the line joining current element and magnetic pole. So here we can see this is the line joining current element and magnetic pole, and this is the current element. So this angle theta is in between these two. So it is a sine of angle theta. Okay. So dB is directly proportional to IDI and sine theta, and it is inversely proportional to r square. Now what is r? It is distance between current element and magnetic pole. So it is inversely proportional to r square. So this is the statement of Biot and Savart. Now here is a sign is proportional. If we have to convert this into equal sign, then we have to put some constant. Okay, so here is a mu 0 upon 4 pi. Here we have replaced in place of proportional sign we have replaced equal to. Then we have to add this mu 0 upon 4 pi. This is nothing but a constant. Okay, and this IDI sin theta upon r square is as it is. So what is this mu 0 upon 4 pi? It is a constant. What is mu 0? It is a permeability of free space. Okay, so permeability of free space is mu 0, and its value is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton per ampere square. This is the value of mu 0. See, you have to remember this value because it may be asked in a 1 marks question. So, permeability mu 0 is the permeability of a free space and its value is 4 pi into 10 to minus 7 Newton per ampere square. Okay. Now, in terms of vector form, if we have to write this formula in vector form, then we can write dB is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi into I di cross r cap upon r square. Now, why here r cap? Because we have to write in a vector form, right? Now, if we integrate both sides, then we get b is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi integral I di into r upon r square. Okay, so this is the relationship of Biot and Savart law. Okay, so this B is nothing but magnetic field produced due to this electric current. Okay, and here we can see the relationship. This right hand side here we can see I di, it is a current element. Okay, so this is the way Biot and Savart gives this relationship. Now we will discuss about straight line current. In fact, it is the application of Biot-Savart law. Okay, so what is straight line current? Here we can see one figure. This is the magnetic field of infinite straight line wire. Okay, so here we will assume that the current is coming out from this center. It means if we see, put this as like this, so it is coming from board. Okay, now how can we find the direction of magnetic field? So we have already discussed thumb rule. Okay, so if we apply thumb rule here, then we can find this direction. For example, like this. Okay, so my thumb direction is given current direction, and the direction of my fingers is the direction of magnetic field. So here we can see this way the magnetic field is produced. This field has a non-zero curl. Okay, and you are already aware about curl. In chapter 1 we have studied this topic. The integral of B around a circular path of radius s centered at the wire is integral B di is equal to integral, what is B? It is mu 0 I upon 2 pi s into di. Okay, so this mu 0 I and 2 pi s are constants. Okay, so we can take outside the integral. So here we have write mu 0 I upon 2 pi s integral di, and this answer of this integral is mu 0 into I. So, and we can see this, it is independent of s. Okay, so this is the way how can we find this. Okay, integral of B around circular path, this path is circular, so and radius of this circular path is s. Okay, so this way we can find the integral. If we use cylindrical coordinates, see in a cylindrical coordinates there are three coordinates are there, s, phi and z. Okay, so if we use cylindrical coordinates, then s, phi, z with the current flowing along z axis. Okay, in these three coordinates current is flowing in z axis. So what will be the magnetic field B? It is B is equal to mu 0 I upon 2 pi s into phi. Okay. Now this is the B and di is equal to, it means a current component. Di is equal to dss plus sd phi into phi cap plus dz into z cap. Okay. So from this B and di we can find this integral. Okay. So integral B into di is equal to, what is B? Mu 0 I upon 2 pi s into phi. Mu 0 I upon 2 pi and s is taken inside the integration. Okay. And here three coordinates are there, x, phi and z. But here only phi is there. So here we have taken multiplication of d and di. So here we have considered only this component phi cap. Okay. So here is s into d phi. So s into d phi. Now here s is cancelled. So what will happen? Mu 0 I upon 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi. Here only d phi will be there. Okay. And after taking the integration, and we get its answer is 5. Okay. This is the limit 0 to 2 pi. Now put the limit. First put the upper limit 2 pi and then minus and then lower limit 0. So 2 pi will be cancelled. So final answer will be mu 0 into I. Okay. So this way the result is mu 0 into I. Here is also the result was mu 0 into I. So both are the same results. Okay. This assumes the loop encircles the wire exactly once. But આ કેલ્ક્યુલેશન આપણે કરેલી છે એમાં એવું એઝ્યુમ કરેલું છે કે જે લૂપ છે એ એક વખત જ બનાવેલું છે, એટલા માટે અહીંયા 0 to 2 પાઈ લીધેલું છે લિમિટ. જો એને બે વખત આપણે અરાઉન્ડ કરીએ, if it went around twice, the phi would be run from 0 to 4 pi. ઓકે. એટલે લૂપ ને આપણે એક જ વખત લીધેલી છે. જો બે વખત આપણે લઈએ તો શું થશે? 0 to 4 pi લિમિટ થઈ જશે અને એનો આન્સર આપણે લઈ શકશું. બરાબર. પણ અહીંયા આપણે આ એઝ્યુમ કરેલું છે કે ભાઈ લૂપ છે એક જ વખત કરેલી છે. તો આ રીતે આપણે છે સ્ટ્રેટ લાઈન કરંટનું ડિરાઈવ કરી શકીએ. ઓકે. Now if, say in a previous case we have seen that if a loop is enclosed only once, then we have taken the limit 0 to 2 pi. Or if the loop is around encircles the 2 times, then at that time the limit will be 0 to 4 pi. But now another case we will see, if loop does not encircle the wire at all, then phi would go from phi 1 to phi 2 and back again with d phi is equal to 0. यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं आप, ये लूप है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे वायर है, तो वायर और लूप के बीच कोई कनेक्शन ही नहीं है, यानी कि लूप में वायर का कोई अनटच रहता है. तो क्या होगा, हमें इस तरह से लेना होगा phi 1, ये लोअर लाइन है वो phi 1 और ये जो होगा वो phi 2 होगा. ठीक है. तो phi would go from phi 1 to phi 2 and back again with d phi is equal to 0. ओके. सो ये केस होगा अगर जो लूप जो है वो is not encircle at all. At that time this will happen. Now suppose we have a bundle of straight wires. Each wire that passes through our loop contributes mu 0 into I and those outside contributes nothing. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये लूप है, ठीक है। दूसरी फिगर में हम क्या देख सकते हैं, लूप में से कुछ करंट जो है वो पास हो रहे हैं और कुछ करंट जो है वो अनटच है। फॉर एग्जांपल दिस I2 इज नॉट पास थ्रू लूप। ओके, तो इसमें क्या हो गया, जो भी करंट अंदर से पास हो रहे हैं यानी कि ये कुछ ना कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। इट इज mu 0 I that we have already derived and outside जो करंट है उसका कुछ मतलब ही नहीं है, तो उसकी कोई इफेक्ट ही नहीं होगी, ठीक है। सो इट दे आर कंट्रीब्यूट नथिंग, सो इंटीग्रल विल बी integration b into di is equal to mu 0 into I ENC. It means enclosed current. This current is known as enclosed current. Okay, यानी कि जो भी यहाँ पे टच हो रहे हैं वही करंट एनक्लोज करंट है, लूप के अंदर एनक्लोज होते वही करंट यहाँ पे हमें लेना पड़ेगा। इफ फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय J, J means volume current density that we have already discussed in our previous lectures. So if flow of charge is represented by capital J, it means volume current density, then enclosed current is given by I ENC is equal to integral J dA. Okay, so whenever we are applying Stokes theorem to this equation, we get integral del cross B dA is equal to mu 0 integral J dA, right? So if we remove the integration both sides, then we get del cross B is equal to mu 0 into J. So this is the answer. So this way we can find the straight line currents. We have to keep in mind this J is the volume current density, rho is the charge density. So different type terms we have defined in previous lectures that we have to keep in mind. So this way we can find this straight line currents, and this is nothing but application of Biot-Savart law. Okay. Now we will discuss about one example related to this current and force relationship. Okay, so what is the example? Example is a rectangular loop wire attached with a mass m. Here we can see this is the rectangular loop wire and it is attached with this mass m. Hence vertically with one end in a uniform magnetic field B. So this dotted field is known as magnetic field B. Okay, and this magnetic field is uniform. It means everywhere in this area the magnetic field is constant and uniform. With points in the board, uniform magnetic field B which points into the board in the shaded region. So यहाँ पे जो shaded region हम लोग देख सकते हैं ये क्या है, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड दर्शाता है, ठीक है। और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कैसा है, यूनिफॉर्म है, यानी कि कोई भी पॉइंट पे हम अगर मेजर करेंगे तो सेम आएगा। और ये जो लूप है रेक्टेंगुलर लूप, उसका एक एंड जो है वो हमें मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखा है और दूसरा एंड पे क्या किया है, एक मास को हमने रखा है। अब मास का यूज करते हैं तो यहाँ पे कौन सा फोर्स आएगा, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होगा। ओके, फॉर व्हाट करंट I in the loop would be the magnetic force upward exactly balance the gravitational force downward। यानी कि क्वेश्चन क्या है, क्वेश्चन ये है कि जैसे ही इस लूप में से करंट फ्लो होगा तो क्या होगा, मैग्नेटिक फोर्स प्रोड्यूस होगा। तो कितना करंट फ्लो होगा तो मैग्नेटिक फोर्स और ये ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स दोनों सेम हो जाएंगे, यानी कि दोनों ऑपोजिट है। ये डाउनवर्ड साइड में होता है ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स और ये मैग्नेटिक फोर्स जो है वो अपवर्ड साइड में होगा। तो ऐसा हमें फाइंड करना है करंट कि उस करंट पे क्या होगा कि मैग्नेटिक फोर्स और ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स दोनों का इफेक्ट सेम होगी। डायरेक्शन दोनों की अलग होगी लेकिन इफेक्ट जो है वो सेम रहेगी। और ये क्या है, स्मॉल ए, ये लूप की विड्थ दर्शाता है, ठीक है। और ये यूनिफॉर्म मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है। तो कैसे हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं? लेट अस कंसीडर दैट द करंट सर्कुलेट्स इन ए क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन। यहाँ पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं करंट जो है वो इस तरह से क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में फ्लो हो रहा है, ऐसा हमने एज्यूम कर दिया है। तो क्या होगा, I क्रॉस B डायरेक्टेड टुवर्ड्स अपवर्ड, यानी कि जो मैग्नेटिक फोर्स होगा उसका डायरेक्शन का होगा अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन होगा, क्योंकि ये अभी क्लॉकवाइज हमने एज्यूम किया है इसलिए। So therefore we can write magnetic force Fmg is equal to IBA. Okay, मैग्नेटिक फोर्स इस तरह से हम लोग डिफाइन कर सकते हैं। I क्या है, करंट है जो कि हमने क्लॉकवाइज लिया है। B क्या है, यूनिफॉर्म मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है। और A यानी कि डिस्टेंस विड्थ ऑफ दिस लोड। ओके, now for F magnitude to balance the weight is equal to mg. Okay, so we must have to write IBA is equal to mg. What is mg? M is equal to mass and g is equal to gravitational force. So if we equate these two equations, then we can say that it is a balance F magnitude to balance the weight mg. It means we have to write IBA is equal to mg. So from this equation we can write I is equal to, if this BA is carried right hand side, then I is equal to mg upon BA. So this is our answer. It means at this current the magnetic force and gravitational force will be balanced. It means both are same at this current. M stands for mass, G stands for gravitational force, B is the uniform magnetic field, and A is the width of this loop. Okay, so this is very simple, and this is example related to this magnetic force.